Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Meets API, the podcast where we decode the intersection of artificial intelligence and enterprise integration. I'm Amy, your producer, and today's episode is all about the evolving integration landscape. Joining us is a tech leader who's seen it all, from legacy migrations to global scale digital transformation. Please welcome Shouon Nath, integration and application leader, with hands-on expertise across MuleSoft, Dell Boomi, NetSuite, and more. Hosting today's conversation is Ajay Konda. Ajay, take it away.
Thanks, Amy. Shiva, it's fantastic to have you for the show. Know you from some time and great to interact on this platform. So, one thing I want to start with is you have worked across some of the most critical platforms in enterprise IT, and I'm sure you have done hundreds of projects, engagements, and deliveries for the customers. By looking back, what's the one of the milestone in your career that stand out?
Hey, thank you, Ajay. It's great to be here. There are many milestones, as you said, but one of the milestones that stands out for me was leading the global digital transformation for a mid-sized company around $3 billion business. Is a manufacturing company. What I did, we brought together the cloud, the on-prem, and the hybrid environments across the globe, North America and Europe, and to modernize our for that organization's entire integration stack. It was a huge effort, but seeing it scale globally made it incredibly rewarding for us. Right?
And coming to integration, right? You worked with many customers on the integration space. Uh, how how do you see integration space evolve over the years?
Yeah, I mean, it's a journey. Integration is a journey. It has been evolving for many years and many more evolve. We will see what we don't even anticipate. So it comes from the monolithic approaches to the API first strategies. Then comes the microservices. Now the headless architecture. It's been there for a while. What excites me today is how, AI is being added to this mix. Not just this is a buzzword, but as real value in this overall architectural decision.
So, as you mentioned to me about AI, which is of most interest to this podcast, so what do you see it delivering most impact right now for API professionals or API practitioners?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a multifaceted technology. We are going through that evolution right now. One of the area which sticks out to me is the speed. AI can generate APIs directly from a well-written specs,
Mm-hmm.
which saves weeks of works, if not months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another is monitoring,
Mm-hmm.
how the agentic AI is proactively observing an API ecosystem, detecting the anomalies, and even taking the corrective action without any human intervention.
Mm-hmm. Wow, corrective action.
Right,
So
right.
that sounds like a big leap.
Absolutely.
Are these some of your past pain points which are becoming much easier now with AI, or are these additional efficiencies which you haven't foreseen before?
Absolutely is helping. Like platform migration used to be really slow.
Mm-hmm.
Coming is a gigantic effort, and then oftentimes we shy away from that. It's painful. So with AI assisted migration, you can automate the mapping, the translation, the testing and whatnot, and making the whole process smoother and less risky as well.
Mm-hmm. This sounds exciting, but as this, are you really seeing the benefits and ROI from this, or is it still in the like lot of AI projects currently are in the POC phase? Is it the case with you guys also, or have you putting them actually into productions and go lives?
I mean, yeah, I mean this is a challenge, we always talk about it, right? The IT applications teams are being using that in the right way. I think the right platform will definitely help to move forward, and there are so much of plethora of AI tools over there. We have to make sure that we are getting to that right technology, right solutions. That all depends on the case to case basis. Yeah, absolutely. Some of it the POC stage and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, yes.
So we personally talked about one of the major platform shift you have done in a fintech company. Can you take little more into customer success story in that fintech company? What went right? How did you guys able to make it successful?
Yes, I have worked in few of those fintech companies in my career, and this integration is one of the platform. It's a critical path. I mean, if you think about it, we live in a connected world. So when you live in a connected world, everything is integrated. So integration platform becomes so obvious. And one of the fintech company I worked before as leading their digital transformation as well. It was a e-commerce platform, but it was connected to the customers, vendors, and the all third-party vendor, right? And then, in fact, that organization does not have any inventory at hand, so they typically sell someone else's merchandise, like for example, Home Depot and whatnot. So we needed to have a stronger API management tool because it's all connected to various platforms, the third-party platform and whatnot. And after evaluating several of those platforms, we have gone with Apigee, and in just 5 months, literally in the 5 months, we migrated the entire ecosystems, the integration flow to the Apigee platform. It boosted the efficiency, reduced the latency, and gave them a real-time visibility, into the API usages.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this API catalog opened up across the organization. It's a federated model, so it overall helped to boost the API ecosystems across the organization. So it was a huge help to optimize both the cost and the performance, if you think about it.
Great. Based on this use case, something triggers me is about marketplace, right? Marketplace is kind of businesses, right? Platform type of businesses, Ubers and all these things, which actually delivers the services on top of the actual inventories of the other firms and stuff. Especially there, your API has the best monetization application, right? Nothing can be or proves better than the monetization, especially when it comes to these marketplace application or platform companies. When you talk about these type of platform type where you are depending upon the inventory and these things, like it could be an e-com or it could be a platform company, what could be some of the best practices what you have seen in that your customer success story that other enterprises are missing?
The ease of use, the adoption is very critical, right? I mean, you have this OpenAI platform, and how easily this API can be detectable, how easily you can reuse the component. So the categorization, the cataloging of those APIs, ease of the use, and then also making it more technology agnostic. I think those are very important when you are trying to monetize an API, because if you think about it, it depends on the customer base, right? If your customer base don't have heavy IT team, strong IT team, and they have to consume these APIs, they have to make sure these APIs are easily digestible in that any kind of platform they are talking about it. And then of course it has to be cloud native. That's very critical.
Definitely, those are some of the areas we should look. Another thing is when it comes to adoption, right? So we know that this AI has a powerful factor in making API stronger, and together they will achieve a lot of things. But one of the challenge we are seeing in the organization is adoption. So how do you see what kind of common challenges you are seeing currently in the businesses while adopting AI and API together?
Right. This just it actually relates to that previous questions you just asked about the adoption, the ease of use, right? Trying to find the solution at the right time, how quickly you can get it, that and how relevant that is what they are working on right now. So this adoption is so key for any technology to be embraced. And here comes the AI and the API adoption is in a critical junction where we are. So everybody has to think about that adoption as a federated model, right? So and then there are so many tools out there in that AI space. So especially with a low code no code platform, right, offering in the AI and the API features. So the key is to choose the right tool for the right use case. That's the critical path. Is we have to be putting into the challenge process to make sure that we are picking the right one. Not every case also need the AI, or every platform, and then that not every platform will fit my scalability needs. So it all depends on the use case by use case, and not necessarily for the sake of the AI, you just adopt the AI. Need to make sure that that makes sense for that specific adoption. So to me is that you start small, you experiment and prioritize the governance early. The governance is a key factor if you think about it. The proliferation of data is in the AI space, and if you don't govern this data, it may impact your company in many ways, the compliance or the legal, or it can bring the company down. So the governance is so important in that space. So, and then you set the foundation, and then from there you start building your AI API adoption.
That's fantastic. Echo with what our most of the other leaders also talking about. Yeah, I think thanks for sharing it. One thing we spoken about generative AI and then co-pilots. Now we are moving more towards the agentic AI. What are you most excited about this trend? And it happening so fast, right? We just talked about generative AI just not even a 1.5 year back, and then last year a lot about the co-pilots. This year we are talking more about agentic AI. So things are happening so fast. What's getting most of your attention?
Right. So one thing you need to understand, right? A lot of time people just use the generative AI and the agentic AI in a synonymous way, but it's completely two different things altogether. So people fundamentally, folks needs to understand that, right? And it's important from the IT people that we do understand that differences so that we can bring that to the business and then make that adopted. Because at the end of the day, you need to see the adoption, the business value, right? This is very important. So I would urge out my IT community, my IT friends, that get a better understanding about what does the generative AI means, or generative AI, or the agentic AI, right? So coming back to this thing, agentic AI is completely different because it does not just follow the instruction. It will take the initiative. It's almost like an agent. You are multi-factoring the agent. It's a human being. Imagine you have a system that not only flags a broken API, but also being proactive and spins up a backup route if there is a broken API, and it will notify the relevant team. So it's almost like a developer is coming. It's an additional developer you have. So think about it. You have many of them you are replicating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually changing the way we are working, changing the way our development team is being built. The agentic AI is here to stay. It is a revolution. It is a evolution in the overall journey of our not only the API development is everywhere, any development you are thinking about it. So I think this could reshape not only the IT, it will reshape the entire business organization, right? How the team works. So instead of reacting to an issue, they will now orchestrate the entire systems. It will be a self-heal. So
Self-heal.
you don't have to follow that or any challenges what is happening there, because they will address it proactively.
Mm-hmm.
It will self-optimize it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's still early days, but agentic AI, if we do the right adoption, if you do the right agent, if you think about it, there is a negative effect to that agentic AI. If you don't do the right way, the agent is going to do the malfunction. So you have to be very careful that how you are implementing the agentic AI. But I think we are going in that direction, that you get the best out of the agentic AI and more going towards the autonomous integration management.
Oh, great to hear that. Yeah, it's pretty much I talked to you. I'm getting more excited.
Right.
Let's hit with some rapid fire questions. You can give me one word answers or a little more explanation on that, but I will ask as fast as you want. So, what is your favorite integration platform today?
I have no favorite one. It's all depends on the use case by use case.
So, what is a tech buzzword you are ready to retire?
Digital twin is overused and often misunderstood.
I will come back to that. So, what is a favorite tool for developer productivity?
Postman, this is going to stay. I think this is going to help. We can't live without it. But agentic AI may change that thought process.
Yeah. What is one book you would recommend for tech leaders?
The Phoenix Project. I read it not only once, twice, and it's
Oh,
still relevant. I think it will be relevant even the agentic AI is here. It's not only talk about the tech, it's talk about the organizational change, the constant change, and how we live in this VUCA world that defines this Phoenix project with real use cases.
I should read it. What would
Yes.
be doing if you are not in the tech?
I think I'll be doing the social entrepreneurship, and helping small or larger communities to grow further. That's where my heart sides, and I'm doing some of those things right now as we are speaking.
Yes, I am aware of some of those things. Thank you so much for all the service, Shubham. Coming back to that digital twin, right? So I have curious to know why you think is overutilized and over talked about digital twin.
I mean, yeah, this is some misconceptions, right? Misdemeanor. So it's a super. So I think the misconceptions should go away. It's important that we get more acclimatized, more we self study and to make sure that we are the right path and not overusing or something which may be deceptive to the audience. So that's the reason I was talking about.
One last question, Shubham, is where do you see integration headed next, and how are you contributing to the innovation in this space in your organization?
Yeah, this integration, of course, this space is ever changing. The AI is coming there. We talked about generative AI, now the agentic AI. So the future is bright from the from the integration perspective, because it's evolving. It's actually helping more people to connect. AI is all about connecting, right, to different dots, multiple dots together. And integration is actually right in the intersections of it, where it is integrating with multitude of problems.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be adaptive. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, the intelligence is going to come with more and more AI adoption, and then it becomes the ecosystem. It's just not an add-on, and that's what I'm focusing on: the understanding how we can fully embrace the AI to help my developer, to help my business,
Mm-hmm.
to help the organizations to move forward. AI is going to come here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going anywhere. And then also with the way we work is going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Just forming my own POV around it, and then also educating my executive leader that where it is going, and as a leader also I should think forward that, and then making awareness with my not only my boss as well also in my PR as well as the folks who are working for me. So I think that's where I come. I'm very passionate about it, that to learn more and then how we can adopt across the organization and beyond the organization.
Connecting the dots is the most simplistic way of saying the things. That's a great thing, yeah. That maybe the dots will change, but we always have to connect them
Right.
to get the output.
Right.
So thank you so much, Shiva. And one last thing, anything else I missed asking or would like to share with respect to integration and API?
I think you had a couple of questions which I had to purposefully dodge. One is the question you had, that what is your favorite AI manage integration tool. There are so many new things are coming. I really see they all have pros and cons. So I would look forward to see who is going to be the champion. In my opinion, nothing is going to be the number one or number two, because it all be case by case basis. So that's what I think. I'll leave it up to that. And no, I mean, exciting to see where it is going. So hopefully we'll talk more, and then see whatever we are projecting right now, where we are putting our bet, and see that how this is going to help us in that coming years, and we'll talk more on that.
Thank you so much, Shiva. Yeah, Amy, you can take it away.
Shubo, thank you. And thank you, Ajay, for another insightful episode. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe to AI Meets API wherever you listen to podcasts. And for more stories on the future of intelligent integration, follow us on LinkedIn. Until next time, stay curious and stay connected.